Hello and welcome to Mouth Matters, the world's first podcast dedicated to all things oral healthcare. I am your host Hudson Hector, a dentist and hygienist.
And I'm Jennifer Mitchell, a registered dental hygienist with a passion for making people smile.
Each week we'll dive into fascinating topics, expert advice, and practical tips to help you achieve and maintain a healthy and beautiful smile.
So sit back, relax, and let's get ready to explore the wonderful world of oral health together.
Hello, welcome to our seventh episode of Math Matters. It's exciting. Today is Tooth Fairy Day.
It's Tooth Fairy Day.
Let's do this. And in today's episode, this is what we will discuss. We will have our dental words of the day. We will talk about what is Tooth Fairy Day. We're going to talk about baby teeth. We and as well and how losing baby teeth is celebrated all over the world.
All over the
And
world.
and the most exciting part, we're going to have ukulele time with our only one and our own Jan Mitchell. Let's
Yay!
start it. Let's start with dental word of the day. What do we have?
Dental word of the day today. So, first word is primary dentition. Primary dentition means baby teeth, also known as milk teeth, also known as deciduous teeth. Our
That's
second,
awesome.
what were you going to say, Hudson?
No, I say that's awesome. That's the first word of the day, primary dentition. And about our second word.
The second word in our dictionary is shedding or exfoliation. Shedding or exfoliation means when the primary teeth, which are the baby teeth, become loose and fall out.
Nice. If they shout out, that mean I can go with that word. Eruption. They have to come in the mouth. What does eruption mean?
So, eruption is the opposite of shedding or exfoliation. Eruption, instead of the teeth falling out, the new tooth is growing under where the baby tooth has fallen out. So, eruption, it means like erupting through the gums and the new tooth is growing in its place.
Yeah, pretty much. That's when the new teeth become visible in the mouth.
Yes.
Exciting. And what is Tooth Fairy Day? Yes, I cannot wait.
Tooth Fairy Day is a dental national kind of holiday. It's celebrated on August 22nd of every year. And it's just a day dedicated to when kids lose their baby teeth and they put them wherever culturally their culture tells them to put them. A lot of people put their baby teeth under their pillow, some people leave them on the table, and a little fairy or a little creature comes and takes the tooth and leaves a gift. And this day is also a day for us adults that, we've already lost our baby teeth. This is a time for us to reminisce about the time that we lost our baby teeth and we gave them to the tooth fairy or to ratoncito or whomever to get a gift.
Oh, awesome, awesome. You really look like Tooth Fairy in America.
I'm a
And
tooth
you,
fairy.
Mother Tooth Fairy. Oh,
And who are you, Hudson?
I am Ratoncito Perez, Mama.
Ratoncito, for those listening who can't see us, I'm dressed up as the Tooth Fairy, and Hudson is dressed up as a very handsome ratoncito. And for those of you who do not know who ratoncito is, we're going to get to that later.
Just be careful with your cat because I really look like a raton.
I know my cat's here. She's going to help us with the episode today, and she's going to eat Hudson.
That's something, and that sounds scary to me too. But I'm excited for those teeth.
Right.
Awesome. And in general, like you may have two set of teeth or dentition, right?
Yes.
And the first one we say is called
The primary dentition. Ding, 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 ding. Dental word of the
nice.
day.
And one thing to say as well, some kids born with two teeth in their mouth,
Mhm.
and those teeth are called neonatal teeth.
Neonatal teeth.
Pretty much those teeth going to fall out and then those primary dentition going to come,
Mhm.
and then the permanent dentition. That's been
Mhm.
some people I know in history have those set of teeth, like Alexander the Great have those teeth, and Napoleon Bonaparte in French history, French general has that as well. And I have, according to my friend, I have I think one of my brother-in-law. He was born with those teeth as well. They must be famous.
Oh, he was born with the 2 teeth when he
Yes,
was
with those
born?
neonatal teeth.
Oh,
Yes,
nice, interesting, very special.
yes, and yes. If we go back to the primary dentition, like you say, consists of 20 teeth, right?
Yes, 10 on the top, 10 on the bottom. Um, and the cool thing about baby teeth, primary teeth, is that you have your 4 incisors, you have 2 centrals and then 2 laterals. You have the 2 canines, and then instead of premolars, they primary teeth do not have any premolars. Premolars in the permanent dentition are between the canine and the molar. And you have 4 pairs, one on each quad. Baby teeth do not have premolars. They have canine, and then they just have 2 molars. So they
Yeah,
only have 10 on the top, 10 on the bottom, 20 total.
pretty much the premolars are replacing the molars in the
Baby molar.
baby dentition or in the primary dentition.
Yep.
And then the molars that we have as adults, those teeth are like pretty much new teeth coming in the mouth, like the
Mhm.
6 years molars, the
Yes.
12 years molars, and 17 and up, like for the wisdom teeth.
Yep.
Those teeth was never been in the mouth.
Yeah.
The teeth that you have that been replaced are the molars, baby teeth that replaced by premolars.
Mhm.
Awesome. And how are those teeth recognized or name them
Yeah. So
for
teeth.
those primary teeth?
Teeth actually have names in dentistry. Your primary teeth, to differentiate primary teeth and the permanent dentition, primary teeth are named alphabetically, and permanent teeth are named uh, by numbers.
Nice, nice. Pretty much, if we say by alphabetical order, from if we start with the first molars in baby in primary dentitions, the upper is A to J. That's been
Yep.
A, B, C, D, E, F. E, F are those two central incisor, pretty much. I don't have all of that. I just that's why I love taking those teeth, right? As
Right.
a ratoncito, love those baby teeth,
Yeah, take them.
right? And then in the lower we have KT.
Yes. So,
Remember AG and KT.
yep. A through J is on the top. K through T is on the bottom.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
AJ, that's a nice name. AJ
Well,
and KT.
and
Yeah.
KT, it's a name. That's how I remember it. AJ.
Yes, you can call your son AJ and your daughter KT.
KT. Yeah, that's kind of cute. I might do that.
And one thing we want our audience to know, our listener or our viewers, that with the primary dentition, right? They are smaller than the permanent teeth.
Yes, because kids are small, so they
Yes.
have just smaller teeth.
Yes. And I don't want to go into much details about like what surface and all of that. And one of the things that we have to say, the baby teeth pretty much are can be a little bit wider in white and then those teeth as well. And with the jaw keep growing, that leaves space for the permanent dentition to grow a little bit more to be aligned, right? Do you agree with me?
Yeah, primary teeth are basically placeholders for the permanent teeth. So if you didn't have your baby teeth, the permanent tooth underneath wouldn't be able to find its proper place in your mouth. They would just kind of drift around into the bone and just come in wherever. But because of baby teeth, it kind of holds the place, and the permanent tooth just slides into its appropriate place once the baby tooth is gone.
Exactly. And if you allow me to say something, like in French, we have something say la nature a horreur du vide. It's like nature don't like empty space. The
Yes.
same thing as if it's empty, other tooth or the teeth will go to that space. That's why even in permanent dentition, we say to our patient adult, make sure you replace those teeth maybe with a bridge or with an implant and all those
Mhm.
stuff.
Yes.
That's why, like, if we go back to the primary dentition, those teeth, like you say, hold the space for the primary because they will go almost all over.
Yeah, teeth like to drift around. They like to touch other teeth. So if there's nothing there holding it in place, it'll just drift all around your head. And then right
Definitely.
here
Definitely. Can
in the
you
middle
tell
of your.
us, you if you remember well the kids that have 200 and I believe 204 teeth that they find in India?
What?
Yes, they have. I will send you those picture after. Like 204 teeth in India.
Wait, one person?
One person, one kiddo.
How does that even happen?
Yeah, it's not a shark though, but it's a real person. I
That's
will find
crazy.
that picture and send it to you later on. And if anything, I can post it online for my viewers to see that.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's look like those teeth look like a baby shark teeth.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say it's
Yeah,
probably.
because it doesn't look like a real human. It's a couple of them, but most of them look like baby shark.
Yeah.
And what can you tell us about the eruptions? Like here for the primary, can you tell us how that consists? If it's like one, it's like a one tooth, one pair, two pair of each category of tooth. Tell us a
Yeah.
bit more.
So the primary dentition starts to erupt. It starts to come in around the age of 6 months old. So, like Hudson was saying earlier, when you have those neonatal teeth, some babies are just born with a couple of teeth already in there. But typically, babies are born no teeth in there. It's all just gums, and then their primary dentition will start to erupt around 6 months old, and then the teeth usually grow in pairs, and there's a certain type of sequencing, and that sequence to get all the teeth in takes about 2 to 3 years. And sometimes development can go a little bit faster, sometimes it's delayed, but kids typically have their full set of baby teeth, their primary dentition, by the time that they're 3 years old.
Hmm,
And the
wow.
first teeth that kids generally get, it's the two front teeth on the bottom. Those front two bottom teeth are usually the first ones to come in, followed by the ones on the top, and then the side teeth will come in
Yes.
next to it. And then after that, the molars will come in. You'll have kids, well, everyone has a first set of molars and a second set of molars. So the first set will come in, then the second, and then lastly, the canines will come in.
Yes, yes, that's an interesting, that's interesting. And pretty much, like I feel like you said the canine, pretty much like the canine is almost like vampire teeth. Oh no, I forget I don't have it.
Yes.
You sound you sound like a mama tiger, but anyway, yeah, those tiger have like sharp canine as well.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
pretty much what we know as well about primary dentition, they start erupting around the age of 6 months
Hmm.
and should be fully erupted around the age of 3.
Yep.
Yeah, and like you said, like you were saying earlier, the first to erupt is the central low incisor, right?
On the bottom,
At the bottom, and followed on by the
followed
upper.
by the top.
Mm-hmm.
Then the lateral incisors come in. Those are the teeth next to the front teeth. Then the first molars come in on the sides. Then the second molars come in on the sides. And then lastly, the canines.
Nice. Then kind of nice.
And it's
Now,
typically that order. Sometimes, depending on development, some things might be a little different, but it's typically in that order.
yes. One thing I want to mention as well. We say like you're in the age of 6. Sometime I see kids that having teeth at 4
Hmm.
in 5 months. My my son, one of my son, have his first two lower incisor at the age of a like when he just turned 5 months. I remember clearly we were on vacation. when we see those two lower incisor pop.
Oh,
About, yeah, it was very interesting, very interesting. And in about what they call exfoliation or shedding.
yeah, so exfoliation of primary teeth, shedding, this is when the teeth come out. They pretty much come out in about that same order. They come in that order and then they fall out in that order. So it typically starts with the front two teeth. Also, again, depending, sometimes the bottom ones come fall out first, sometimes the top ones, but it's usually the front teeth first, and then the molars, and then lastly the canines. So it kind of follows the same order.
Pretty much, I can say it's follow a seniority, you know, a process like when doing that. You come, you come first, you go, you go first.
Yes,
Nice, nice. And now I cannot wait. You know, I'm Ratoncito Perez, right?
yes, ratoncito.
And about celebrating dental shedding around the world. That's when we have Tufiri, Ratoncito, and there's like different ritual or habits, you know, how people celebrate that. And you know, we are in America pretty much. We start with America. How do America, you know, pretty much celebrate the tooth, about the shedding of the tooth? What figure they have?
Yeah, so growing up myself in America, we definitely celebrated the tooth fairy. The lore of the tooth fairy is you lose your tooth, you put it under your pillow, and while you're sleeping at night, the fairy comes in and she flies in, she sneaks under the pillow, takes the tooth, and leaves a gift. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's a little toy, but she leaves a little gift for you under your pillow, and when you wake up you see it and the tooth is just magically
Nice. It's quite interesting. Some kids believe in tooth fairy, and some kids say, "Oh, that's my mother," or even some of my kids are like that.
gone.
Oh, it's you, or daddy, it's you, or mommy. I
Yes.
say it's the tooth fairy. Okay, just leave me. Oh, it's the tooth fairy. I say one of them.
Right. It's funny because growing up I never believed in the tooth fairy. For some reason I just knew that it was one of my parents. Like, my parents would tell me, oh, it's the tooth fairy, and I was like, so you're telling me that someone is sneaking into the house to take my tooth under my pillow and leave me $1? That sounds crazy, but
Wait, don't tell me that you are one of those kids that born with teeth too, because it seems you
no,
born
I
like
was
those
not.
smart.
I was not born with
Okay. No, no, the one you have is good pretty much. And in the Hispanic countries such as Mexico, Peru,
lots of
Venezuela,
lots of
Honduras.
Spanish speaking countries celebrate tooth loss, tooth shedding with ratoncito.
Sí, I am aquí. Sí, soy aquí. Yeah,
Sí.
I am ratoncito.
Ratoncito, I'm so glad to have you on the
Soy de
podcast.
México,
De Mexico, Argentina,
de
Peru,
Argentina, de Perú, de
Colombia,
Chile, de
Venezuela,
Venezuela, de España,
Uruguay,
and Uruguay. Uruguay.
Guatemala. So
Sí,
tons of Spanish speaking countries. Ratoncito is their version of the tooth fairy. And Ratoncito, he's a little rat and he basically does the same thing. He sneaks into the child's room at night, goes under the pillow, gets the tooth, and then leaves a little gift.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
So growing up, Hudson, what did you celebrate? How did you guys celebrate? Did you have the tooth fairy? Did you have Ratoncito?
Actually, I remember. What do I remember? I remember I lost the tooth. I give it to my mom. I said, "Yeah, mommy, look at it. I lost my teeth." I say, "Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good." But I heard like couple people in some countries,
Yeah.
like even in Haiti, I never do that. Nothing like that. Like, for example, I know in France they have La Bonne Petite Souris,
Mhm.
what they call the good little mouse, just like
Mhm.
raton, right? Just
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
raton cito. But like country like Haiti, like people have like those zinc house, like they take the tooth and throw it
Mhm.
on top of the
On the roof.
on the roof.
Uh-huh.
I think it's almost like there's some rat on seat, or they think there's a mouse that come to get it on top of the roof.
Yeah, when I was doing research for this episode, I found a lot of cultures have like a rat or a mouse or some type of like rodent creature that just comes and like takes the tooth.
Yes, but I think in certain country people don't really have money. They don't leave any money, but they let you know, like, if you have to give the tooth away to one of those creatures,
Mm-hmm.
and then the tooth. I don't want to say tooth fairy creatures like the raton, la petite souris. Say, you know, they will give you your new teeth
Right,
back if you give it to them.
right.
That's quite
Yeah,
exciting. But kids nowadays over here, they love money too much. They just want money. They don't even want it. They want money.
right. They just want the money. I want money,
Mm.
so
I know you want money.
I want lots of money. My teeth are worth lots of money.
Of
The
course, they
tooth
look like
fairy,
they are pearly white. They're worth
but the tooth fairy
something.
can't have them right now. I'm using them.
Sell them one at a time.
Right. So,
And and if we go like to Egypt, right?
yes,
When kids lost their teeth up towards the towards the kid, like just like I say about Haiti, they do it in the roof, but
just
them they
toss
just
them up.
written up in the sky. This is apparently in the hope that the sun will give back a different tooth in a healthy smile
Yes. It's kinda like just giving it into the air, and
to the
hoping that
universe.
to the universe, and then hoping that the new tooth that grows in is strong and healthy. It's kind of like giving it back to the earth.
I like that, but
Mhm.
American kids is all about the money. They
Right.
don't care about the tooth. All I want for Christmas is my two
Tooth
front teeth,
brush,
my
my
two
tooth brush.
front teeth. I love that song.
We'll have to sing it again when it's Christmas
Oh,
time.
I actually, when we were away, and my daughter lost her to front teeth, upper teeth
Oh,
while we
your
were on
daughter,
vacation.
while you're on vacation,
Yes.
did the tooth fairy come or no?
No, to ferry, like we bring it over here for the to ferry because
Oh,
we don't want like Raton to get it.
right.
Yeah. She prefers it to fairy. You know how girls like about the
Right.
fairy. She has the wings and yeah. And Lithuania, what the kids do?
In Lithuania, the kids actually keep their baby teeth as souvenirs, and I think that's so interesting. My mom actually kept all of my baby teeth, and when I graduated from dental assisting school, when I was younger, when I got out of college, she actually gave all of my baby teeth back to me in a little like souvenir bag.
Really? And what do? You just sell it to fairy
No, I still just
for
have
the money?
it. I still just have them in my room. I need to do something with them so it's not just a creepy bag of like
Or you
baby.
know what you can do?
What can I
You can make necklace with them
do? Yeah, I was thinking
and
about
order.
I was thinking about putting them in like a picture frame and hanging it on the wall,
Oh,
but
that's
you know,
cool.
is it cool or is it someone told me it was creepy and
It's not creepy. I think it's cool. It's better than the necklace. The necklace
right,
in that
yeah.
laws that will be like, oh, nice.
Yeah, tooth jewelry is not my thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, you know something? When you say that, I had a patient that gave me some crocodile teeth.
Crocodile teeth? Well, that's
Yes.
kind of cool. I want crocodile teeth.
Yeah, I have to look for it.
You lost it?
No, it's somewhere in the house because we're in a different house when we
Oh, you
buy
moved.
this new house and we're
Mhm.
moving. I have to find out where it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, this patient was to wrestle with, wrestle with the crocodile, open their mouth and all those stuff. But
Yeah.
anyway, like, when they're shedding their teeth too, because crocodiles shed their teeth too.
Yeah, they shed their teeth.
Yeah, very often. It's not like the baby teeth or something like that. They shed their teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like shark that change. You, I know that we are pretty much we're talking about teeth anyway. Shark.
Yeah.
A shark go like 48,000 teeth in
Yeah.
10 years.
They, like, grow teeth and then they fall out and they grow more teeth and they fall out and it just keeps
Y-
happening. It's crazy.
Yeah, 48,000 teeth in 10 years.
It's crazy.
Oh man,
And then just think,
I'm
we have this one set for the rest of our lives. They fall out one time and then we just have this one time. That's it.
yeah. If not, just get get some insurance for a pair of denture.
Right. Or inject yourself with shark DNA so your teeth just grow back if they
Oh
fall
man, that wouldn't be too scary. Look
out.
at how I look already as Raton.
You look great.
Okay, and and what do kids do in Malaysia?
So I thought this was interesting. Kids in Malaysia actually bury their baby teeth because they believe, their bodies go ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The teeth have to go back into the earth, and they give the teeth back to the earth. They bury them and give them back to the earth.
Really? Oh man, I need some Malaysian friends to
I
sing me
love this.
some. Yeah,
I
it's
think
a
it's
good.
such a
Yeah,
sweet,
that's.
yeah.
It's very actually. It's very spiritual.
It's spiritual. That's what I thought too. That
It's very
that's what I
spiritual, and
thought. I really
that
like
makes sense pretty much.
it. Yeah.
But it can be scary too, like to make the kids think to us so early about death, you know. But anyway, people at any time. But we're not talking about that.
It's so warm.
And one of my favorite country on earth,
Yeah.
Sweden.
Sweden, okay.
I almost like I was studying Swedish to study in Spain to
Ooh.
do all surgery in Sweden, and then but I was pretty much intermediate level to advanced level in Swedish. That's interesting. What do kids do in Sweden then?
So this is a little reminiscent of the tooth fairy or ratoncito. In Sweden, kids put their baby teeth in a glass of water and then they'll go to bed. And when they wake up, the tooth is gone, but there is money or some type of gift or coin in the glass of water.
Oh, that's interesting. You know something that remind me, like when kids, like say by an accident, you have it's not only kids, like pretty much for permanency, when they have permanency because their root is not fully formed,
Uh-huh.
and this is they knock it like something, someone knock them, and then the tooth come out like whole tooth.
Hmm.
You put the tooth in a glass of
Milk.
milk,
Yes.
and then you can reattach it.
Yes.
It's really interesting. I've done that like many times in
Oh,
my
you've done
career.
that?
Yeah, I've done that.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to love to work with kids a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, I love kids, and I have better moments sometime with kids than adults. Yeah,
Yeah. I
the kids
agree.
I can play. Maybe I wasn't in Raton. They wasn't scared with me, but I used to sing for kids. I love kids.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I
You're
sing
gonna
for
have to
them, and
sing.
I have my loop that have the light. I used to play the moon with them.
Oh yeah.
Look at your, oh my God, look at your toothbrush. I love it. I love it with bristle, and you are really the mother to fairy for those
I'm the
data.
tooth fairy.
Yeah,
For those who can't see, who are just listening, I have a giant toothbrush that I made myself to
yeah, with
fight
different.
tooth decay.
Yes, they look like straw. Those bristle.
This is a genuine tooth fairy toothbrush, Hudson. Get it right.
Yes, that's right. Well, they look like straw. I can drink water.
You can drink a whole bunch of
Oh
water
my
out of
God. Yeah, definitely. Now, I cannot wait to hear that song that you make for us with your ukulele,
this
Miss
ukulele
Ukulele,
time. Yes.
our only one, to fairy mother, hygienist, Jen Mitchell,
Ah, pew, pew,
with
pew, pew.
Ratoncito. She
So
going to she going to sing for me, Ratoncito Perez.
So this is an original song that I made for the podcast for Toothberry Day, and I'm gonna sing it. It's called Ratoncito, and I hope everyone likes it. You ready, Hudson?
I am ready, and our listener and viewer are ready to see the tooth fairy playing. Waiting for those tooth exfoliating.
Here we go. Okay. Now I know most of you grew up with the Tooth Fairy, but did you know there are other versions of the Tooth Fairy all over the world? And today I'm going to talk about my favorite one. This Tooth Fairy is not even a fairy at all. He's a rat. And his name is Ratoncito Perez. And I'm so glad to introduce you to him today. is. His name is Senor Ratoncito Perez. He is a rat, that's really what I said. Come and listen close so I can tell you. Oh, yeah, yes, he comes into your room only in the night. You better hide that tooth under your pillow tight. Because when he comes, he'll leave you a present. He's Ratoncito. He is very tiny, but his heart's real jumbo. He's so fast you can't catch him in a photo. He's so happy that he'll do a tango. He's Ratoncito. He only comes at night to the sleeping kiddos. He'll leave a gift, it's like you won the lotto. He keeps all the teeth inside his condo. He's Ratoncito. Now, Ratoncito mainly visits kids in Spanish speaking countries. So let's talk about which countries he visits the most. Mexico, Argentina, and Peru. That is where the rat will find you. But he also visits other countries. Which ones? Yeah, Colombia, Spain, and Venezuela. Venezuela,
Mhm.
Uruguay, and Guatemala. If you believe, then say his name loud. He's Radon.
Ratoncito.
He is very tiny, but his heart's real jumbo. He's so happy that he's so fast you can't catch him in a photo. He's so happy that he'll do a tango. He's Ratoncito. He only comes at night to the sleeping kiddos. He will leave a gift, it's like you won the lotto. He keeps all his teeth inside his condo. He's Ratoncito.
Ratoncito. Oh, nice. Oh, man.
Thank you so much. I hope everyone liked it.
Yes, because I really love it. I'm going to learn that song, Ratoncito.
Despacito. It's
Playing
going to
like.
be the top 100. That song is actually in the tune of Despacito. Do you remember that song? Despacito. When I heard that song, I instantly heard Ratoncito, and I was like, I have to write a song about that. So
No, that's really good. That's really really good. I really really enjoyed. I really enjoyed. But there's something as a dental fact I want to add.
yeah,
The first published mention of the tooth fairy
yeah,
was found in an article in the Chicago Tribune dating back in 1908. That means 115 years ago.
yeah.
And this article, the author Lillian Brown gave new parents a suggestion that would help them persuade children to have their loose baby teeth pulled.
Oh,
It's very interesting. And Ratoncito stirred because there was a king that had a son
yeah.
that was losing his teeth. He asked the priest to come to write a book and come with a character for the tooth because he was very scared and asked the priest to come to write the book about the character and the priest come with Ratoncito Perez.
Ah, okay.
That's why I become so famous because I come from the king's home.
Wow, Ratoncito, I'm so glad to have you on the podcast.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Muchas gracias.
You're my favorite Ratoncito.
Tú también, mamá, fairy y tu fairy.
The Tooth Fairy and Ratoncito are best friends.
We are best friend, and I
BFF
really
for
enjoyed it.
life.
Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to that nice episode, and we thank our only one, Tooth Fairy, hygienist, Jennifer Mitchell, to make this possible. She
Thank
put
you.
everything together, the costume, the song, and we are so grateful for that, guys. And I cannot wait for you to enjoy it as much as we do. Thank you so much, and we will see you at the next episode 8.
Yes. And don't forget, your mouth
Mouth matter.
matters. Thank you so much for
Thank
listening and
you so
watching.
much. Bye.
De Ratoncito.
Ratoncito. That's a wrap for today's episode of Math Matters. Thank you so much for joining us on our journey to better oral health.
If you enjoyed our conversation, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to reach out to us on social media or email us at mouthmatterspodcast@gmail.com.
Keep in touch and send us your feedback.
Until next time, keep smiling and remember your mouth matters.